Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Kirsten Hunter. I'm a clinical psychologist with 20 years experience, and this is Psych in Your Car. I thought I would just stop on the way to work a few times and do some recordings to share some psychology information with you. So I have authored 6 books called Signposts for Living. You see them? And they cover the expanse of clinical areas. So literally everything that I cover in session that I could think of, I've put in these books, and they're really, they feel good. So the 6 books are Control Your Consciousness, Understanding Myself, Mindfulness and State of Flow, Understanding Others, Loved Ones to Tricky Ones, Parenting, big one, and Nailing Being an Adult, which is a masterclass in being an adult, which is pretty cool from a psych perspective. So in these books, we cover 200 areas, and today we're just going to talk about one of them. So not many people know about their nervous system. And why do you want to know about that? Because it hijacks you all the time. It's your life. You are either in one of your 2 nervous systems. And it's not common knowledge, so let's make it common knowledge. So we have 2 nervous systems. And just like a light switch, you're either in one or the other. There's no in between. So we have got our parasympathetic nervous system and our sympathetic nervous system. So our parasympathetic nervous system is our rest state, our calm, our recuperating state, our joyful state. And then our sympathetic nervous system is our stress state. It's when we're in a threat, alert, pressure. And a lot of people live in their sympathetic nervous system, in their threat state, which is a very big problem because, first of all, they're not having much fun living, they're very stressed. Secondly, it's very dangerous because when you're in your sympathetic nervous system, the body is using its resources to cope with the threat, which means that we don't use our resources in our immune system. When we're in our threat response, our sympathetic nervous system, which I'll explain in a minute, we are more likely to get sick, we're more likely to have cancer, we're more likely to have a whole host of different health issues because our body is not able to focus on our immune system and fighting off diseases and repair. So it's physically much more healthy to be in your parasympathetic nervous system, and it's psychologically a lot more healthy as well. So your parasympathetic nervous system, that is when you are in your rest state, when you're feeling calm, when you're doing something where time disappears because you're in your state of flow, which is that 3rd book. When you're doing things that are meaningful, joyful, and you're just in that zone. When you're calm and you're relaxed. I'm in my parasympathetic system now, which is good because I'm calm. And now when we're in our parasympathetic nervous system, we have 2 neurochemicals. Let's just speak broadly here. And that is serotonin, which is our happy neurochemical. And when people take antidepressants, many of them are very much about kind of jumping into that serotonin world and helping us to either access more of our own serotonin or to create some replacement. So serotonin is what we want in life. It's our best friend. And then we've got melatonin, and melatonin is our sleeping neurochemical. You need to be in a state of melatonin to go to sleep. So it's like serotonin is step 1 and then melatonin is step 2. You need to be in that calm state to sleep, which is why when we're stressed we have trouble sleeping because we're in the wrong nervous system. So there you go. There's parasympathetic. And then there's our sympathetic nervous system. Now that doesn't mean that you are, in a boxing ring. It just means you're rushing to work. It means that you're feeling pressured. You've got something in front of you or something happening around you where you're not feeling calm. You're feeling pressured. You're feeling under the pump. Uncertainty, insecurity within ourselves, being in a high-stress situation, a high-stress job, for example, a high-stress relationship. We're going to be in our sympathetic nervous system. And again, crudely speaking, because there's a lot of neuroscience in here, we have roughly, let's just say, around 4 hours, let's just say, of adrenaline per day, roughly. And adrenaline is, again, whenever you're pushing. Push, push, push. And we can be on a bit of a high with that. But then when the adrenaline runs out, we kick into its cranky cousin, cortisol. which is the cranky neurochemical. So we're still pushing, but we're cranky. So that's why in the afternoons people are more likely to have conflict. Kids are more likely to misbehave. Teachers are more cranky at that point. If you're going to have surgery, try to have it in the morning. So yeah, in the afternoon we go downhill, and nighttime we recharge when we sleep. So again, not great to be in the sympathetic nervous system because we're stressed, and also because we're more likely to get sick. So it's fantastic to learn about this and to really get a sense of where you're at. We can feel the switch when we go from parasympathetic into sympathetic. Whenever you feel that, the pressure, you've kicked into sympathetic. And when you know that about yourself, then you can step on board and you can go, okay, let's slow it down. Let's get my head calm first of all. Make sure that I'm being rational in my interpretation of what's going on around me. Am I over-exaggerating the stress here? Can I ground that a bit more? And also physically, take yourself away from that stress. Take some time out. Go for a walk. Do some breathing. Calm down. I love when people go away and they just go into the garden, have a bit of a hum, they have a bit of a sing, and it just quietens them down back into the parasympathetic nervous system. So I personally love knowing if I'm on a calm horse or a racing horse, and I am very instrumental in making choices there, and it's a wonderful thing to have information about your own body, so then you know how to steer that ship. So there you go. Parasympathetic nervous system, sympathetic nervous system. Know how you tick. It's pretty cool. So if you want to catch me to grab these books, you can jump on the website kirstenhunterauthor.com. On that website, these are also on all the platforms as well, all the normal platforms. On the website there's also a whole lot of free resources. There's a boot camp that's free, which is cool. Sign up for that, send it on to friends. There's the podcast, which I've got a whole lot of special guests talking about psychology areas, which is really juicy. We've got blogs, newsletter. If you want to jump on Facebook and Instagram, it's Kirsten Hunter Author, and Twitter, Kirsten Hunter AU. So, take care, everybody. I'll see you later.